All right, welcome back to Simply On Chain. If you are looking for a more data-driven approach to your investing using metrics that have been proven from cycle to cycle, this is the channel for you. Today, we are going to take a look and see if we have reached a local peak in Bitcoin's price at 99K by looking at realized profits. As a preview, let's go back and look at how accurate realized profits have been in identifying tops in the past. For now, I just want you to look at what happens to Bitcoin price whenever realized profits spike up in green. In 2017, there is a huge spike here, which ends up corresponding with the exact bull run peak. In 2021, there is another spike here. This ends up being the local peak, and there is a second spike here, which ends up being pretty close to the actual peak. Earlier this year, there was a spike in realized profits in March, effectively catching the 73K local peak before it went on a sideways trend for the next 6 months. And as of a few days ago, there was another huge spike in realized profits when we hit 99K. Now that we've gotten a little preview of this metric, let's dive into the agenda for the day. First, we will do a brief recap of what realized profits are and why it corresponds to price so well. Then we will do a deeper dive of the charts. Finally, we will talk about the current market and if we are at a local peak. So what exactly are realized profits? Realized profits is the amount of money you make by selling your coins. For example, if you bought a full Bitcoin at 50K and sold for 90K, then you would have 40K in realized profits. So now the question becomes, why does realized profits correspond so well to price? Well, when realized profits spike up, this means that people are selling their coins. Naturally, if there is an influx of supply of coins on the market, this will drive down the price, resulting in a price peak. Now let's move on to the chart deep dive. What I have here in green is actually realized profits divided by circulating supply. The reason why I did this is because realized profits naturally increase cycle to cycle as there is more adoption. And by dividing by circulating supply, realized profits become normalized. Okay, so the gray line that you see here is the price, and the y-axis is on the left. And the green is realized profits, and the y-axis for this is on the right. There really isn't too much to say here. Every single time realized profits spike up, it corresponds to a price peak. Earlier this week, when we hit 99K, realized profits surpassed the levels that we've seen when we reached the local peak earlier this year in March, when we hit 73K. So I really wouldn't be surprised if we cooled off first before we rally higher. Let me zoom in on this for you. Now you might be thinking, could this time be different? Is there a chance that we don't set a local peak here and then just blast through 100K? I say this time could be different, but I wouldn't bet on it. Theoretically, this could happen if demand can outpace the supply that is currently being dumped on the market when people take realized profits. But as you can see from the chart, it really just hasn't happened before. And that's going to be it for today's video. And remember, even though there may be a local peak here, I ultimately think that prices will go a lot higher. Remember, none of this is financial advice, and I'll see you next time.